Welcome to Wake Up America, Wake Up. Your source for news, social issues, and political accountability. Delivering the truth like a sledgehammer. Please like, comment, or subscribe. And now your podcast host, Raphael Fries.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Wake Up America, Wake Up. Tonight's podcast is a special one because I am going to attempt to decipher the Will Smith apology to Chris Rock. So, what happened is that after several months, I guess, of agonizing pain and torture, right? Will Smith got up the nerve and recorded a apology to Chris Rock and then had that video sent to the media outlets. To me personally, right, it appears that this was nothing other than a PR stunt, a public relations stunt to, I guess, build back his character. Because after that slap that was heard around the whole world during the 94th annual Oscar ceremony, right? Will Smith did something that no one would ever have imagined. Something that if you or I would have done in public, we would have been immediately arrested and charged with aggravated assault. But what makes this whole incident so bad is that it was done on national TV. It was televised. It was live. So if you had any children or if you were fans of Will Smith and you saw him get up and slap Chris Rock, you would have thought, one, maybe this whole thing was staged, or two, there's something wrong with Will Smith. I mean, there is something psychologically wrong with this man. Now, let's relive that incident that took place. Okay? I'll set the stage for you. Very easy, very simple. Chris Rock is delivering a dialogue with respect to best performance. Okay? Here it goes.
Oh, wow!
Did anybody see anything wrong with that whole incident? Sure. One, it's never been done on national TV, ever. Not that I can recall of, unless you were watching a news telecast of something that's happening in real time with law enforcement. However, you saw it. Shockingly, Will Smith, I guess in an attempt to defend the honor of Jada Pinkett Smith, his wife, because she is suffering from alopecia areata, from what I understand. I'm hoping that I'm pronouncing it right. He was defending her because Chris Rock made a joke with respect to her hairstyle, because her head is shaved, and G.I. Jane 2. Now, let's be clear. Chris Rock is an entertainer just like Will Smith. Chris Rock's forte is comedy. So this is something that's expected. I mean, if you go to a comedy club, right? Sometimes a comedian will focus in on you or somebody that you know, or maybe somebody that you don't know, and make a joke. But the audience doesn't get up and try to attack the entertainer. And that's what happened. Will Smith committed an assault, an aggravated assault on his friend, Chris Rock, of all things, because Jada Pinkett Smith rolled her eyes and didn't like it. But it's funny because Will Smith was laughing at the joke. So he must have thought it was funny at the very beginning.
I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
Which is why it kind of bothers me with respect to this apology. Okay, because one thing, before he even sits down on the couch, he lets out this sigh that you can hear. as though he really didn't want to be there, as though he really didn't want to do this. One could assume that someone was pulling his nails from his fingertips. At least that's what I thought. So right off the bat, I didn't think that there was any sincerity behind this apology. And then you hear kind of like laughter coming out of Will Smith. If you're sincerely apologizing to something, this is not a joking matter.
You know, I made a choice on my own, from my own experiences, from my history with Chris. Jada had nothing to do with it.
I'm surprised that the Los Angeles Police Department did not arrest him, because they didn't need Chris Rock's permission to charge him. This was something that was in full view of the public. So let's get back to the apology. So in the apology, he basically apologizes to Chris Rock for what he did because he had a foggy moment.
I was fogged out by that point. It's all fuzzy.
So what does that foggy moment mean? That he was not on his meds? That he was drunk? What does that mean? That you lost control in your fit of rage to defend the honor of your wife? I don't know what that means, folks. I really don't. Now, there's a lot of fans that are saying, "Oh, he's a big man for doing this. It takes a real big man to apologize when he's wrong." Yeah, sure. After 3 or 4 months, right? Big man. It took him all that time. The excruciating agony that he must have been suffering to build up courage to apologize to Chris Rock. Yep, he definitely suffered. Which is another reason why I think this apology was not sincere. And then he goes on to apologize to Chris Rock's mother. Okay, because she had been on an interview and she expressed that slap was something that she felt as a mother, as a parent. And I know what she's talking about because, you know, every time something happens to me, my mother feels it. Okay, she tells me that if I'm in trouble, if I'm hurt, whatever I'm feeling, she feels it as well because she gave birth to me, just like Chris Rock's mother gave birth to him. So he apologized to her. Whether or not that was sincere, I won't pass judgment.
I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I saw an interview that Chris's mother did, and you know, that was one of the things about that moment. I just didn't realize, and you know, I wasn't thinking, but how many people got hurt in that moment. So I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I want to apologize to Chris's family.
And then he goes on to say that the incident has caused issues with him. So Will Smith says that he is emotionally and psychologically traumatized. Well, hey, great apology to yourself. But what does that have to do with, you know, with anything? You're supposed to be apologizing to your friend. You hurt him. You smacked him in public on national TV.
I hate when I let people down. So it hurts. It hurts me psychologically and emotionally to know I didn't live up to people's image and impression of me.
But folks, is that enough? Is that enough? Okay, I think Chris Rock is a bigger person in this entire incident. One, because he could have pressed charges. Okay, for sure, he could have pressed charges. But Will Smith wasn't arrested. And, you know, Chris Rock never really vocalized, you know, how he felt about that entire incident. I mean, to Chris Rock, this was just part of the routine. This is something that he does for a living. He's a comedian. I actually met Chris Rock at the John F. Kennedy Airport a long time ago. I recognized him, and it looked like he was in a hurry. And when I saw him, I just basically said, "Hey, what's up?" And I walked. But he seemed like a very nice guy. He actually returned, the compliment. What's up? So really nice guy. So I think what's heartbreaking is the fact that he would be embarrassed or humiliated that way, and Chris Rock may have not felt that way. Okay, maybe not, but it was something that I don't think he deserved. Hey, look, I get it. You have an infirmity, and I would believe that that Chris Rock did it not with the intent to humiliate or embarrass you. Friends do that sometimes. We call it cutting on each other sometimes, right? I mean, I've gone to a comedy club where I went with my brother and my sister-in-law, and the guy cracked a joke about my brother's glasses. He said they were so thick you could see Jupiter. But my brother didn't get up on the stage and try to kick this guy's ass or slap him. He laughed because we went there to be entertained. Isn't that what this ceremony was all about? Isn't this why the Academy chose Chris Rock to be the master of ceremonies, to entertain the audience, to entertain the peers, Will Smith's peers? I would believe so. I mean, common sense would tell you that this is what happens. But again, Will Smith's reaction and the profanity that he used, not just once, several times against his so-called friend, because he wanted to defend the honor of his wife? Or is it because Will Smith is crying out inside because of the relationship that he has with his wife? I mean, they're in an open marriage, and we all know the stories with regard to what Jada Pinkett Smith has done in this relationship with respect to her husband, Will Smith. Now, me, I'm disappointed. I don't know how you feel about it. And, Will Smith has really shocked me because that is not the character that I felt he portrays in real life. I mean, I get it. You want to defend your wife. I get it. But words are words, sticks and stones. But he did that because of Jada Pinkett Smith's reaction. I mean, she has this man twisted, all right, around her finger. And I think that emotionally, this is tearing up Will Smith. Okay, because sincerely, I couldn't imagine why someone would do that at such a public setting, like the 94th annual Oscars, folks. So, look, I'm sorry if I'm disappointing any of you that are, diehard Will Smith fans, but, you have to see this for what it is. Because I think inside, Will Smith is suffering. Not just because of this incident, but because of his life. This man is crying out for help. And I hope most of you see it for what it is. So, hey, that's my rant for the evening. Thank you for spending time. And please subscribe, like, or comment. I'll see you soon. Still working on quite a few podcasts for you in the future. Good night.